Hello and welcome back. In this Canvas Tech Tip Tuesday, I'm going to show you one of my favorite things to do in Canvas to really preview my materials, practice going through my course, and to really figure out any mistakes I've made. And that is leveraging Student View in Canvas. So Student View in Canvas is very powerful, much more powerful than Student View in some other learning management systems. The Student View in Canvas allows you to do so much. You can look at your resources, get a feel for your course navigation, identify areas where maybe you could reduce the number of clicks, and even practice doing assignments you've built in Canvas, which is also super helpful. So whenever I go into Student View and I do an assignment when I'm in Student View, it creates a fake test student profile in my Canvas course and adds that profile on the Canvas gradebook, which means I now have a fake student that I can practice giving grades to, giving feedback to, using SpeedGrader on, so then I can get more familiarity with how to navigate and use the Canvas gradebook, as well as how to give feedback to students in this new system. So if there's one thing I would recommend over and over and over again, it is to leverage Student View just for your own practice. And you're never going to mess up anything in Student View because it's just a fake student. So to open Student View, you need to go into one of the courses where you as a teacher. So I'm going to go into this training course that I've built, and Student View is going to be located in the top right-hand side of your screen. In Elementary View, it should be up there as well. So I'll click Student View, and then it's going to change my display here for a second. And you know you're in Student View when you see this little banner across the bottom that says you're currently logged in as Student View. Whenever you want to leave, you just click this Leave Student View button. If you want to reset the student, what that does is it basically eliminates the cookie crumb or the bread trail that you leave in the course, because it will remember every time that you enter Student View and leave. So if I'm in the middle of doing a practice quiz in Student View and I have to leave because something's going on or I get interrupted, next time I toggle into Student View, it's going to bring that quiz right back up again, unless if I go through and I reset the student. So just a helpful thing to know there. So this is a good way to get some practice in your course. So I'm looking at mine. I can go through and get a couple of ideas here on, are my links working correctly? If I can't get to something I'm supposed to, that means, or it tells me that, maybe I have not published that when I thought I did. So it's so helpful for really safeguarding and getting a good feel on whether your course is active and set up the way that it should be. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to practice doing an assignment in Student View so I can show you how you can give feedback too. So if I click this graphic organizer assignment, when I'm in Student View, I have a true student look. So here's all the instructions for it, blah, blah, blah. And I can come back up to the top and I can do Start Assignment. Okay. So right here is the rubric. It wants to show me that. For this assignment, we're just going to use the toolbar here and I'm going to submit a couple answers. So what's cool about Student View is this also gives you the option to model how to use Canvas for your students at any point in time. So this is going to be a new learning management system for them. So they might need a little bit of support and coaching along the way. And this is a really easy way for you to get in there and do that. So right now, I just wanted to show you that right now it looks like I only have text options for this assignment, but I have so many more. I can click this three dot button, and now I have all of these options to show my understanding. So for this one, I'm just going to do a very minimal effort practice assignment. All right, so there we go. There's my assignment. I can add more. And then I can submit it. Okay. So it told me it's submitted. Hooray. And I also submitted it late. So I'll have to do a little bit better next time. So now what I'm going to do is to toggle out of Student View. And I'm going to open that assignment from the teacher view. All right. So I'm on this graphic organizer. And now it says I have a submission that needs graded. And that was my fake student view when I was just doing this in Student View. So what I can do to start giving myself feedback to get practice with this tool is I'll just click SpeedGrader. And then it's going to open that in another tab. So whenever I am in that tab, I can start giving comments, feedback to it. The other thing I'll show you is grades. All right. So whenever I submitted this assignment under my student view, it created a fake profile here called Test Student. And this is where I can get some familiarity with the Canvas gradebook. Whenever I practice with this, it gives me a good opportunity to learn some of these features and kind of get a little bit more experience before I maybe have students in my class for real. So I can go through, practice giving scores. Here was the graphic organizer assignment. I can manually enter a score here, or unless if I was actually in SpeedGrader, I could use that too. I do have a separate video series on SpeedGrader that's a little bit more in depth. I'm not going to cover that in this video because it could be its own type of lengthier video. I just wanted to show you that you could technically launch that once you have an assignment submission in Student View. And then I can also just use the gradebook. All right, so now I have this fake student. I can even practice pulling up some of the data and analytics in Canvas as well. So whenever you have all of your students here, your real students in your class, anytime you click on their names, you can send them a message from here. You can see their grades. Analytics is going to show the participation or activity for that student and your whole class as well. So if I pull up this individual student, has a little card that pops up here, I can see their activity, page views, what's missing, what's not, things they've done, average scores. So this again is just another great way to get some practice in navigating Canvas as a student, but to also test drive your course before you want to actually launch it with students. I hope you find this tool helpful, and make sure you practice going into Student View several times before the start of the school year.